Final thing we need to do before we proceed to rendering is setting up lighting, and I think it's one of the most important things when doing a 3D illustration, because after all, no matter how well you modeled your object or your scene, the lighting is something that gives it the final touch, and it can either destroy your scene or really enhance it. If you look on the picture right here, our illustration, you can see we have a nice flat shading. The shadows are really sharp. So this is one stylistic way of illustration you can go. And let's reproduce this effect. First of all, we need to remove the point light. And the reason for that is all the lights, the point light, the area light, you name it, have some kind of fall off. So the light is weaker based on the distance from the origin of the lighting. But if you add a sun to the scene, sun has a constant lighting and it only has a direction and intensity, so it doesn't fall off. Let's remove this point light by pressing X and then delete. Okay, and click Shift A to add another object, select light and sun. As I said, it really doesn't matter how far the sunlight is from your scene, because there is no fall off, but I like to have it shining from the top because the control of the angle is more intuitive. So let's press G and Z to grab it along the Z axis, and now we have it all the way on the top. I want to have a little angle of the sun, and I want to be really precise, so we have this really nice perpendicular shadow in our scene. And to do that, we will use the numeric entry in rotation. First of all, we want to rotate around the middle, and right now, as the cursor is in the middle of the scene, you can press this little button here, which is the pivot point, and change it to the 3D cursor. Now every transformation that will happen around this 3D cursor. So if I press R to rotate, we are rotating around the cursor in the middle. And that's exactly what we want to do right now. Next, we want to rotate it 45 degrees along the y-axis to give it that nice angle I talked about. And to do that, press R to rotate, press Y to select the axis around which we want to rotate. And now you can add numerical entry. So let's add 4, 5. And we want to go another direction, just press minus and enter. I know this might look a little tedious. We used like 4 keyboard shortcuts in a row, but once you get used to it, it's really fast way to transforming, moving, rotating objects around your scene. And one other thing, we need to rotate the sun around the z-axis right now, and again it will be 45 degrees, so press R, Z, 4, 5 and enter. And now this is the exact angle I wanted to have.